Hello YouTube, this is Freda. I'm going to do a reading on Nikki Haley. I know one of my subscribers asked me to. And then I seen from Bombardi's, what is it, body, when she watches people, body, what is it, Bombardo's body language or something like that, where she watches people's body language and kind of, breaks it down. So I was watching her do Nikki Haley, who was, and I agree with her synopsis that she had when she was, watching Nikki Haley. I think it was among Congress or something, where Nikki, it felt like she was reading a bedtime story. And I think Bombardi's, the girl that's on there, the lady that's on there, I don't know what her name is, but she was like saying like the Three Bears, because that's exactly how this lady was reading the story, like it was a bedtime story. It just seemed not real. It just seemed very fake. It just seemed, if I, was investigating and I found all these murders and these poor children dying and this and that, I think I would have a little bit more passion for what I was saying. I don't even think I would need to read something that was on the paper, but that's just my perspective. I don't think I would need to read something on the paper to get my point across. It just seemed like it was very robotic. It was very like she was telling us a bedtime story. None of it seemed real. And like I said again, I don't think, the way I feel it was a false flag is because I don't think Assad gassed his own people. Not at all. I know someone gassed them people, but it wasn't Assad. So I want to see, who is this Nikki Haley? I'm going to do the Lenormand. I like doing the Lenormand because a lot of my subscribers, there's a couple of them that have really good insights. And when they give their 2 cents, and I like to see that. So I'm going to see what's around this Nikki Haley. And her birth card, by the way, she's an emperor. So she has a lot of male energy and testosterone. And she likes to be a leader. She doesn't like to be told what to do. She likes to tell people what to do. And I didn't see that aspect of the emperor when she was given this report of this story about how Assad was bombing these children. I just didn't see that, So I want to see what's around her. What is she facing? She's facing loyalty. Loyalty to who? I don't know. But that's what she's looking at. What's behind her? Luck. So she's facing towards loyalty. Loyalty to who? We don't know. And what's behind her is luck. So maybe her luck's running out. Okay, let's see what's on her mind. There's something coming fast. It's the Rider. News coming fast. Good news coming fast. Good news coming fast. Roots. There's a man underneath her. And a home. So, there's a man underneath her, close to home. So I'm assuming, I don't know who her husband is. I think she's married. So, you see here with the family tree, the man, and the home. And under here is loyalty to the home. I don't know what that means. And good news for the home. The husband. It looks like the husband was feeding her some information. I don't know what the husband does. Because look at, here's the husband underneath her. And then the stork is news coming in. Luck. Good luck coming in. News. Whatever is coming in fast. And her roots. So things are looking up for her and her family. This thing showed her loyalty. This report and what she did showed whoever she's working for, her loyalty. All right. I don't think her husband, I think her husband is, I don't know what her husband does. Maybe I have to look that up. I think his name is Mike Haley or something. And I was looking up her birthday. I seen that she was married. Alright, so let's see. In regards to Syria, maybe this will tell more about what's going on with the Lenormand. I don't know this woman much. I've seen her a couple of times. I thought she came out like a couple of months ago and was saying that it wasn't Assad killing people, it was the White Hats. Was that her or was that somebody else? I thought it was her. I don't know. I refuse to turn the news on. So I just watch, I like a couple of things on YouTube. I watch Alex Jones occasionally. I like Rhino Nation. I watch him. I like his how he thinks and how he speaks. So, but that Nikki, it felt like she was really, I don't find her authentic. That wasn't her authentic self. That was reading off all these so-called atrocities that Assad was doing. So, Nikki Haley, Nikki Haley, Nikki Haley. Nikki Haley. Whoops. Nikki Haley. Nikki Haley. I wanted to use another deck, but this is my trusty. So what's going on right now in her mind? A betrayal. Or she got away with something. Thievery, getting away with something, or betrayal. Or she's getting away with something. You see how you don't know if he's stealing these swords or if he's sneaking off somewhere and taking these swords. So that's what's going on with her right now. So she's doing some type of betrayal or some sneakiness right now. Let's see, what's the cross to bear with that? There it is, the Two of Cups in regards to a relationship. That's what those Lenormand cards showed. It showed that her husband is more involved than what we think. Let's see, underneath that is the Knight of Cups, working off of emotions. Working off of emotions. I think this has to do, I think her husband has a lot more to do with whatever she's told or whatever. I want to know what he does for a living. One of my subscribers, do some investigation. Who is her husband and what does he do for a living? Because underneath that, there's some emotional, immaturity here. I don't know if that's the husband or if that's her in general. Okay, what's behind her? She's taking an active, a plan. Active. That's the past. She's putting forth some active, plan. She's doing something active. It's the wand. She's putting that passion, that aggression, that, her insight, whatever. She's actively working on something. What does that have to do with? Let's see. The Page of Swords. Why do I always see this card, and this card reminds me of Jared and freaking Priebus? When I deal with these people in the White House, this card comes out a lot, and to me it looks just like Jared. So it's either, someone's going forth on this plan that came out in the past, this plan that they put together. They're acting on it. Remember her loyalty. Why is this? I wonder if Priebus and her I think she's from South Carolina or something. I don't know if there's a relationship or something, a friendship, or they're close friends or anything, either between Kushner or Priebus. I don't know. But this was an active plan, and if it's not them, then it's the thought, this plan they're putting into action. Okay, what's on her mind? Some emotions, a relationship, that's on her mind. A relationship, working on the details. Working on the details. She's having to face her fear. She's having to face her fear and her inner hang-ups. And it's coming together. Whatever it is, this plan or whatever is coming together. It was ready to harvest. It's ready to pick. But this is like an Ace of Cups. It's a relationship. Is this something to do with her husband? The details. Her fear. I don't know what her fear is. And, you know, going forth and the plan is laid out. They're ready to harvest it and pick their goods. And it's, you know, it's going to be a good for her business, whatever business she does, or whoever she, you know, for what she does for a living. It's good. You know, she's also getting some, you know, good money, you know, from it. All right, let's see the future. The burden. When I see this card, there's a burden. And I always see this one, and I always think of Trump carrying this heavy burden because it comes up with him. So this is the future, carrying this burden on their own. I don't know if this is Trump or her right now. There's the World. This is the card. The carrying this burden, the World, for success. He's carrying this burden for success. And it's ended in disaster. Total disaster. I don't know. This could mean many things. This could mean, you know, you see, it could mean bombs. It could mean destruction. It could be bringing down this tower, and it literally could mean, you know, bombs. Heavy burden with success. The tower, bombs, and there's that devil. These are like the same cards that were on there. The devil. Holding their ground. And very proud of it. Holding their ground and proud of it. So I'm thinking that this plan that she put together, this is a plan. Remember, she's loyal to somebody, but she wasn't, I don't think it's Trump she's loyal to. She's working for someone else. And her husband is involved somehow. I don't know who her husband is. And this plan has been in action. You know, that was the part. She's working on this plan, these details. It came to harvest, which was this whole, you know, not nuclear strike, this tomahawk strike. Here's showing Trump with this burden. This showed up for Trump too. You know, the world, success. You know, this burden is going to be successful. The burden. This heavy burden is going to be successful. Or what's going to be successful is this war, these bombs, is going to, something is going to be, or this destruction. This burden leads to destruction, tumbling down, maybe some bombs, some warfare. Tied down, the devil. It's the shadow self. So not everything is what it seems to be. You know, I don't think that this information or whatever she's working with is on the up and up. You know, this is the shadow self. And, you know, the defenses are up. He's not looking. Whoever this person is, they're not looking at us. You know, they're not facing the public ridicule. They're keeping their head high. All right. And they're on the fence with their head high. These are like the same. Look. This was the balance. The balance is off kilter. There's no balance. So I think this is going more into, I think she has a lot to do with this Assad, this airstrike, and what Trump did. It's out of balance. Here's the last judgment. It was this judgment call, this decision made by force. by force and strength of will. I want to know who this lady's husband is. Her, and who's she loyal to. Because her husband is showing up in this reading. He has a lot more to do with what she's talking about and how she's thinking and how she's carrying things back. And she's loyal to her home and her family first. Alright, so that's the end of the reading on Nikki Haley. Give me your guys' insights. Maybe you guys can help me figure out what's going on. Like I said, I don't know who this woman is. I just happened to see that one video on Bombardi's body language. And I just found a falsity to her. Alright, you guys have a good day. Talk to you later. Bye.